Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
For the longest time, the four nations have lived together in harmony. Under the wise leadership of Avatar Roku, the world has experienced an era of peace and prosperity unlike any other. But with the recent death of Avatar Roku after his volcanic island erupted, members of all four nations feel the winds and tides of change. With the search for the new Avatar only just beginning, the world seems poised on the brink of conflict. But without the Avatar, who will save the world?
Hi, I'm Andrew. I play Mako, a firebender from the Fire Nation.
Hi, I'm Archie. I play Aquila, a bloodbender from the Northern Water Tribe.
G'day, I'm Brandon. I play Rung-Bolo, an earthbender from the Earth Nation.
Hi, my name is Bree and I play Shurva, a weapon specialist from the Fire Nation.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I play Al, an airbender from the Northern Air Temple.
And I'm Owen, the dungeon master of this ragtag group of members of all four nations.
Hello!
Hello, everybody!
What's happening?
Welcome back. What's happening? Welcome back, everybody, to Avatar Legends. And welcome back, Andrew. Welcome to tonight's session. I can see that you are fully awake, paying attention.
Why did
That's
Andrew
awesome.
get a special welcome back? Shouldn't Brandon get the welcome back? He's been gone for 2 weeks.
Whatever.
Hey, he had
Was he
oil.
only going for 1 week? Or was he 2 weeks?
No,
2
He had
weeks.
2 weeks off.
2 weeks.
Oh, it was two.
Now-
1 week, and then the other week. The other week was the oil, remember?
What happened? What happened with the oil, Brandon? What
So-
didn't we see last week?
But like that day, I was like, I'm just want to make like a good udon for dinner that night. So I went to like a little Genki Mart, got all the good stuff, and got like a dark roast like sesame oil. And I was like, "Sweet, this will be delicious." And then as Ellie made the udon, she was like, let me just put a little bit of sesame oil in there. And she was just like, Brrr. So I put in like a tablespoon or more of sesame oil. I ate a bunch of it. And then afterwards, we were just like feeling hot and just like, I'm feeling bad from the sesame oil. So yeah.
Now, we are going to go
They
to
don't
our
have
correspondent in the field, nutritional expert Dave. Can you take us through the likelihood of the sesame oil being responsible for Brandon's illness?
Especially immediately. No.
15 minutes. It was like, you said like you cook with sesame oil. I'm like, I
Not even
drank
a
it like a
percentage,
soup.
just a.
Ellie told us on Wednesday that it was probably the stock that she made. Wait, has she not told you that?
The pot thickens.
Literally, the stock thickens in this case.
Yeah. What did she tell you?
What was wrong with the stock?
Yeah, she said she
Yeah.
used onbu. It was a huge amount of onbu.
Shoot.
And just like boiled it,
Yeah.
and so it essentially made agar.
Oh.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Oh.
Plus, I don't think that seaweed
Yep.
was like fully wrapped up. I think it was just opening a packet in the cupboard. She did it, so.
Does seaweed go off?
Could it be the opened packet
Apparently.
of seaweed from the cupboard that we have no knowledge of when we bought? Or is it a tablespoon of sesame oil that's fucked me
Instead
up?
of a teaspoon.
It was just really funny because you were like, the sesame oil made me really sick, and we started the session and Dave's like, that couldn't happen.
Dave
He's
was
a
very
fucking
clear.
liar.
I just kept doing these burpy hiccups, and it was just like really roasted sesame oil burps. I'm just like,
It would have been, yeah, because it's like a stronger flavor. Like, that would have been like
Yeah.
the flavor you were tasting, but I don't think it was what made you sick.
So we're chucking that out, hun, later on. We're not keeping
Thank
that
you, nutritionist correspondent in the field, Dave. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Saved my life.
Sesame, open sesame.
No more sesame.
Oh my god. We should probably get into the session. I've only got one quick special announcement, and it's just a huge thank you to everyone who came and joined Dave and I on the Monday for the Talk Like a Pirate Day charity live stream event. It was so much fun. We had an absolute blast.
It was a lot of fun.
We actually hit the charity goal during the middle of our D&D session, which was sweet. So thank you everybody who came along, watched, and donated. That was awesome. They ended up smashing their second goal as well. So Corsair's Cove managed to hit not their primary goal, but their secondary goal, both primary and secondary, which is awesome. So that is really, really cool. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. I mean, I had a lot of fun. Dave, did you have a lot of fun?
I had an ample amount of fun.
An ample amount of fun. I'll take that on board.
It was good fun. It was good fun.
You did take Silvery Barbs, which is my word. Like, it is the most
Two
hated
goblins.
spell.
Two goblins out of 5 players? 4 players? 4 players. 5 players. And both of them have Silvery Barbs.
And just spammed it.
Yeah.
No,
I also have Vicious Mockery.
That sucks. That's no.
Yeah, that was great fun. It's good fun.
Oh, it was fun for some.
My character dived in the water to fish out some sirens and had a great time.
It was good.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun. So thank you everybody who came along and joined us for that. Really, really appreciate everyone who came and watched, everyone who donated, and everyone who chucked a follow to Corsair's Cove as a result. It was absolutely a hugely successful event. Everyone who's in Brisbane, that live session for D&D is now open to book tickets for. The Collectors Market and Makers Market in Brisbane, which is on October, I think it's October 15th, 14th and 15th. You can come along, and if you want to watch me do D&D live in costume as a tiefling, in Brisbane, you can do so. The link will be in the description and in the comments. I'm a little bit nervous. It's the first time I've ever cosplayed and the first time I've ever done D&D without a screen preventing me from seeing how many people are looking at me and listening to my voice. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be great.
Sunglasses
Oh, no.
should be fun.
I suspect, given that I just bought some special contact lenses, that if I then choose to wear sunglasses, that would be a bit of a shame, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's wasting money. Yeah, you're right.
It is a bit. Yeah, no,
Also,
so that'll
just
be really
read
fun.
Silvery Barbs. That's be a spell, just so you know, Dave.
It saved lives.
It gives disadvantage in whoever you look at.
Yeah.
It advantages someone else.
It's so good, but
It's
so
broken. It's a
broken.
reaction at level 1. Like, the disadvantage alone is enough to be like, wow, that's a really good spell. But then to be able to go like, and you get advantage now, friend.
Yeah.
It's just
For
ridiculous.
one first level spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also
It's
gave
at-
Siren the Bardic Inspiration trying to pick her up.
Yeah, he did do that too. While
Yep.
she was about to eat his face. That was impressive. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get into the session. Let me read a quick recap and we will jump straight back into it. Brandon, have you had a chance to catch up on the episode, or do I need to be super detailed?
I read the headlines, what's going on. Understand that the Earth Nation dudes came to a Marshu, and we're now, I believe, maybe escaping over to the Fire Nation. But I'm not too sure aside from that.
That's right. You're welcome to just say no. It's not a problem. You can just say no. Oh my god, chat, I love you. Can't wait for the sesame oil vendor appearance. Done. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. All right, let me quickly read a recap for the last few sessions, and I'm tempted not to do a super detailed one, just to fuck Brandon over. I think he deserves it. Alrighty. Our story has been following Shurva and Mako of the Fire Nation, Rung of the Earth Kingdom, Aquila of the Water Tribe, and Aal of the Air Nomads. With the recent death of Avatar Roku, following the eruption of his volcanic island home, omens of war and conflict seem numerous. The team are currently on the trail of the 4 elemental spirits in an attempt to calm their rage and undo the damage done by a careless wish made of the whale spirit of the Siwong Desert. With 3 spirits appeased and only 1 spirit left to go, the team are on a very productive roll. However, time is against them. With only 5 days left until the next full moon, the team have to quickly locate, track down, and appease the dragon spirit of fire. But at the moment, their only lead is the spirit is located somewhere within the Fire Nation. A huge collection of islands and cities spanning almost the entire western side of this world. Deciding that they needed some outside help, the team sought the guidance of Avatar Roku, traveling to his volcanic island home and attempting to connect with his spirit. This plan, while initially a bit of a long shot, actually proved fruitful, and the team, due to their connection with the Avatar, through the connection with the spirits, was actually able to see and speak to Roku briefly, getting a little bit of a lead on where to start their search. Roku directed the team towards the northwestern corner of the Fire Nation, specifically to the land known to the inhabitants of the Sun Warriors as the Land of Sun, an ancient kingdom predating the Fire Nation itself and the birthplace of dragons in the Fire Nation. Unfortunately, as Rung has not had any connection with the spirit. Rung was unable to see or hear Roku, which is how we explained Rung's not participation in the last session. So, Rung, from your perspective, last session, the team came across the half-buried home of Avatar Roku, petrified and solidified under a layer of ash and lava. And when the team went down there, they all started speaking to this empty patch of air and talking to it, and it was all a bit confusing. So you went and had a bit of a look around at some of the cool igneous rock flows.
Kind of like exactly what happened when we all joined the chat today.
I was just about to say.
And we could all see and talk to each other, and you couldn't see anyone.
Actually, yeah, so when we first booted up, only Archie could see and hear Brandon, and we have no idea why. It was really bizarre.
How bizarre.
I'm just role-playing Rung tonight, really hardcore.
Yeah. So, at the moment, the team are faced with a couple of different pathways forward. They know roughly the direction to head to go to the Kingdom of the Sun, to locate the Sun Warriors, northwest. But between them and this ancient landmass is the Fire Nation capital, as well as numerous military outposts, villages, and unknown dangers. So, we jump straight back in. Last session, we finished up right as Avatar Roku faded away. You watch as his spirit form begins to dissipate once again, leaving behind nothing at all. Shurva, I believe you had picked up the locket, the sapphire locket. Yep, perfect. You still have that. And Mako, I think you were the one who was holding the Crown Prince. No, who had the Crown Prince?
No, Aquila, I think.
Aquila had the Crown Prince. Yes, yep. You had the Crown Prince's crown, I guess it was. Yeah, the Fire Nation Prince's crown that was gifted to Roku and left behind in his home.
Yes.
So, I hand back over to all of you. Back up on the surface, Rung's hanging out with Mango, just looking at some igneous rocks.
So we need to head kind of around the crescent of the islands up to where the place is that the dragon might be. And how many days did he say it would be? Like 3-day trip.
Yep.
Exactly right.
Yeah. And we can't just go across the ocean because we would need to be able to rest and it would be too hard and there's a chance we'll get lost, blah, 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 blah. So we don't really have a choice.
Yes. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, his daughter was not too far away from here.
Daughter and wife were both mentioned, and they were not too far away, so potentially we could stay the night there instead of trying to hunker down in this hole.
That's putting it nicely, yep.
Yeah. Although there were beds in there.
There were beds, yes, but I don't feel like it's the right thing to really do.
Yeah. But then, okay, so if we go there tonight, and then I guess we just try to see how far we can travel, or should we try to plot which towns we'll be able to reach?
I think we would then need to
so that we're
plot
not
which
just
town.
so we're not just like flying blind and then
think-
getting really tired and having to like just stop randomly.
My Roku senses are telling me that he said that if we then fly for the last bit, extend the last bit of the travel, we can get there quicker.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it will exhaust Mango.
Yes.
Yeah. We would get there like the morning of the third day
Instead
rather
of
than traveling through the entire third day and only having 2 days left to find and appease the spirit.
We could do that.
In theory as well, Al can do the airbending and cloudbending to try and reduce the strain on Mango and increase the strain on himself.
Yes.
One, not only get us there slightly faster, but also mean that Mango might have enough energy for us to do a quick escape if we need to.
Then it's like, do we need you for the escape or Mango for the escape?
Probably Mango. She can carry us. I can't. I can only carry you, and that's
Yeah, but you can cause like a little storm. Like you can storm them up a little bit and like block people.
I would not to give you any ideas, but you would know that if you used your cloudbending on the first day and exhausted yourself on the first day and got a bit of a head start, maybe then you could rest on the last day and be fighting fresh and ready to go. And also got a bit of a head
has
start.
a sudden thought that he should.
Just because you know how your bending works. It's
conscience is speaking to him.
You know how your bending works, and so just wanted to make sure that.
Okay,
I can even lightly do on the day of as well, the third day.
That sounds like a good plan.
Do we have a map?
Do we have a map? No, we don't have a map. We don't even have a compass.
Well,
We made it this time without a map, which
we
is actually...
we had a giant map, but who had it? We
Okay.
had a map of
Oki
all
did.
of the.
I'm
I
gonna
think
tell
you
you
can
what-
guess. I think you can guess who had the map.
Okay.
It's tattooed on my back.
Prison.
No, I'm pretty
Prison
sure we
break.
had it after Oki.
Nope.
Oki
Look, I could be.
did go back
Okay,
home, so she probably took
all
the map
like
with
the
her.
spyglass, the compass.
I could be wrong, but I do remember that it was Oki who had the map.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
she really
really,
fucks us
thought
over.
about this.
Well, I mean, it's probably good that she had it so she could find her way
Yeah,
home.
that's also the reason we're going to go see his wife and daughter.
Try to get something.
Or we can just go to the
Secure
Southern Water Tribe, meet Oki, collect our stuff.
Yeah, they'll take
Timeline,
like
what timeline?
they'll take
time.
about like a day to get there, a day to get back, and then like 3 days from here. So like that's 5 days. We can do it.
Yeah,
Mako just burn a
What time of
hole
day
in
is
their
it?
igloo.
It is
Take the
currently
map
like
back.
late afternoon, or is it like early?
It's night.
It's
Like
night,
the
so
sun has gone down.
Yeah, the sun has just set behind the volcano.
I don't know how far away they live though. Like, was it? He did
And
say.
this is day 3?
No, this is day 5.
You've
Okay.
got 5 days left.
Okay. Sorry, I thought we had 3 days left.
So I should
No,
say
so-
this day is day 6. So from
Oh, okay.
tomorrow you've got 5
Okay.
days.
Yeah,
If that
so
makes
it'll
sense.
take us 3 days
Oh, we've got
to
heaps of
get
time.
there. We'll get there on the morning of the 3rd day, so we have the entire 3rd day, 4th day, and 5th day to locate
Christmas ice
and
cream.
appease.
Okay.
Just
Based on the idea that the dragon's even going to freaking be there.
yeah, like this is all.
But it's the only
hope
lead we've
it's
got.
not.
I swear to God.
To the Sun Warriors!
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna scare that dragon away.
Can we see any light or anything in the direction that we need to be headed, like a town or anything?
For the daughter.
Just to orient yourselves, at the moment you are alone on this volcanic island that has been completely destroyed. There is no sign of any vegetation, no animal life, nothing.
Yeah,
On
but
the
can we see
horizon.
like on the next?
Yeah, on the horizon, you can just see what looks like an island. So at the moment, right, so the way you've flown from east to west, you are on the eastern side of this island. And if you look back the way you've just come, you can see another island far in the distance that is sort of still probably just visible on the horizon. No lights visible from that distance, sorry.
Would that be
To
where the
see-
ships were?
Yes, that's back the way
Yeah.
the ships came from. Yeah,
It's
to
like 5 hours,
see...
isn't it?
Yeah, so you know that Roku said like, oh, if you want to find my wife or my daughter, you'll need to keep heading west.
Let's head west, young party.
Young party.
Young party.
Huzzah.
Okay, and which direction is that, smartass?
West.
that
Well,
way.
the sun set that way. It's on the other side of the island. We're on the eastern side of the island.
Yeah, fair.
Damn, you're so smart.
I forgot that you said like the sun had just set. I was hoping it'd be like nighttime. You'd be like, oh no.
Usually I just get a mango and tell her to head west.
Oh yeah, she would know.
She doesn't even know which way west is. She just goes.
Yeah, and it's usually right.
Yeah, that's right 25% of the time.
Yeah, I don't know when it's wrong. Okay, yeah. And then if we can't find anything, we should just make camp somewhere on the way. But I mean, we've flown how many hours? We've flown 8 hours today already, right? Like it's been a while today.
It's been a big,
It's
been a big
day.
journey today.
So
Yeah,
would we
so-
be heading to Fire Fountain City?
Yes, you would.
Yeah, cool. So we need to go slightly southwest,
Wait, so you have a
mostly
map?
west.
No, Shurva just has a really good
She's a
memory.
local.
Well-
Someone had to
No,
learn
she won't,
geography because
actually.
I wasn't.
I would have studied a lot of maps in my training.
Peasant, learn my
We went to the
geography
same
for me.
classes. Someone learned.
We didn't go to the same classes. You went to classes
Definitely
about how to be diplomatic and how to eat with the right
Hey,
utensils.
you had to stand behind me to make sure I was there. That's how it worked.
No,
I should
learned which
add-
fork to use to eat salad, and I learned how to kick people's teeth in. Very different.
I should add
And you
that
learned how to whip it real
Really
good.
good.
Mako also there would have been a big focus on Mako learning geography. Like as the son of an ambassador and an expectation for you to take over from your father, it is kind of important to know not just like geography, but also like socio-political breakdowns of certain areas, like demographics.
I
like
got
that
that
kind
bit covered, don't worry.
Mako's
don't
like,
know,
our
but-
nation's like this side.
That's there somewhere.
What is
How
like
much-
here and here?
How
Earth
much
is in
of
the
that did he
middle.
take in though? Like he had to be in the
That's-
classes.
Let me roll something
I
real
assume he
quick.
took in nothing.
Roll for it. See how smart you were
rolling
back in the
for
day.
it, yeah.
You can roll with focus, I guess.
Oh, with focus? Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah. For the lovely raiders who've just come in, hi Mims, how you doing? I'll do a super quick.
How good do you
catch-up.
think it went?
6, that's a miss. You've not taken on much of your training at all, Mako, in terms of.
6 is a high miss, so at least like you know you're from the Air Nation.
You remember your name.
You know that you're a failure.
Yeah, I understand
You're
enough to know that I'm failing.
self-aware in your
Yeah.
like in
I
your
love
shortcomings.
This is how the session's going. The
Oh, wow,
the
it's
team are
actually-
currently
Marco's becoming more and more like me.
he is, and you're just the same person. And the team are trying to track down 4 elemental spirits, the 4 original sources of bending in the world of Avatar. It's right between the time where Avatar Roku has died. It's only 5 weeks after Avatar Roku's death, and the team have
Aang's a
already
baby.
Yep, Aang's a baby, and there's a plot by the Guiding Wind to try and find Aang and steal him from the Air Nomads to raise him by themselves and have the next Avatar serve them. The team have, I think, let's give that a 20% thwarted that plan. So it's still a bit more work to do
That's
there.
being generous.
We've
That's
got
being real generous.
time. We just don't have time for the main plot right now.
But the currently it is late evening. The
Wait, that's
team
the main
only
plot?
have 5 days left to locate this dragon spirit, the last spirit of fire. They are currently on Roku's island. The volcanic eruption has died down, but the land is blighted. Ash and solidified magma cover the ground before them. They know they need to head west, but they don't really know where they are or what they're doing, except for Shurva, who is the only one who has a vague idea of where they're going. So yes, you are absolutely right, Bree. The next location heading west, and if you are looking for Roku's wife, Tamin, and his daughter, Rina, you are going to be heading west towards Fire Fountain City.
Did Roku say where they are actually located? Or
Yeah,
did he
in
just
their
give us a
house.
general direction?
He gave you a general direction.
Okay. Well, we can't really just like show up to a town in the middle of the night and like ask a bunch of questions.
You want to bet?
We can.
Okay, let's do that then.
We've done-
Everyone
we've
jump
done
on
it
Mango.
before.
Actually,
We've
no,
done
that's not true.
worse.
He did tell you his daughter was in the town of Hira.
Oh, that's right. Here are.
Hira,
Where the
which
fuck
is
is
actually
that?
That's a
also
name.
which is where Zuko's mother Ursa is from, because
Where is that?
Zuko's mother Ursa is the daughter of Rina and Jinzuk. So Zuko is Roku's great grandson.
Shark bait.
Spoilers.
I think that's common knowledge. So, my question is, what do you guys want to do?
Find Tina Arena.
Find a place to sleep,
Well,
whether it's
yeah,
on the
we-
floor or whether
Yeah.
it's yeah.
I think
Mango
if we
needs a
at
little
least
nap.
head towards Fire Fountain City, even if we don't actually
Yeah.
stay there, but we stay near the outskirts, then we can go into town, get some supplies, get a
A map.
fucking map, and
compass.
then we can head towards the Sun
spyglass.
Warrior. Yeah, a spyglass
Yeah,
would be
no,
good
I
too.
agree.
Because I don't think we should be going to the Fire Nation capital. That's kind of all the way west, and
It's
the
also,
Sun
like,
Ruins is like up.
Not
Oh,
really
but
where
not
we want
as-
to be. Just
Yeah,
just-
there's a lot of distractions for Marco when we have actual things to be focusing on.
Yeah, so we probably want to be heading more towards. I think it's Ember. Is Ember Island like one of the more northern points?
Yeah, so Ember Island is actually, I mean, if you wanted to head to, if you wanted to take the quickest route to the Land of the Sun where the Sun Warriors are, and you wanted to really stress out your Sky Bison Mango, you could actually just go straight from here to Ember Island, and then go straight from Ember Island to the Boiling Rock. If you really wanted to, like, abuse your Sky Bison Mango, that'd be the quickest way. So it's northwest of where you are, more west than north.
You can see the home of the Ember Island players. It sounds incredible.
I feel like if we do the plan where Al helps us get to Ember Island and then we spend like the extra energy going up to the boiling rock. Because either way, like that leg of the journey is gonna suck.
Yeah, something's gonna suck no
And-
matter what.
The boiling rock is not very far from where the Sun Warrior place is. So that's
Do you want
probably
to
the
roll
best
me,
spot.
Shurva? Do you want to quickly roll me
Um,
with focus to see what you know about the boiling rock?
Yeah,
Oh,
isn't it?
God.
It's hot. It's very hot. It's boiling.
It's
7.
That can rock
That
be
is
boiling.
a partial
Don't be
success.
lava.
Yeah, so Shurva, you know that the boiling rock is a maximum security Fire Nation prison. It's in a volcanic island. The prison itself is located in the very center of the volcanic island. The caldera of the volcano, once the volcano had erupted, actually collapsed and is now filled with rainwater. But the ground underneath is still this intense, heated, superheated magma pool. So all around the edge of this prison, the water is boiling into steam almost instantaneously. This is top security prison. The worst of the worst criminals of the Fire Nation are sent here. It is not the sort of place you just drop off and chill out for a moment. Catch
We
your
could
breath.
find some
But there's
allies there.
nowhere else near the Sun Warrior ruins where we could stop before them. Like, there's this massive
have to pull them up.
stretch that we would have to go across.
You might need to find a boat, maybe. Shurva, as you take a moment and reflect on your
Disgusting.
knowledge of the
Disgusting.
area and start to think, you realize that maybe there is no way to get here just by Sky Bison. I mean, Mango's still quite young. She's a young Sky Bison. She's had a good workout over the last few weeks with you guys, but I mean, that's a big journey.
Where the fuck are we going to get a boat?
I mean, you would know that the port at the Fire Nation capital is the
Nope.
busiest
No.
in the world.
Nope.
Ember
Any other
Island
options?
have some
No.
boats.
Do you reckon
Alternatively,
Five
from
Fountain
Ember
City has
Island.
boats?
Yes. Yeah, they would have to have boats.
Or, okay, hear me out. We go back to that other
We
island.
steal a boat.
We steal a boat and then
warship.
we destroy one of the other ones. Because I still kind of
Um,
want to sabotage some.
I don't think five of
don't
us
know
can
how to-
steer a warship
I don't
Hey,
know how to
you
use
have
a
no
warship.
without
face.
any sailing experience.
I have
I mean,
use a
been on
sail.
the
for a
water
start,
before.
it's such a high learning curve. Sailing experience doesn't help as there is no sail. It's an
I
ironclad
have been
powered
on a
by
boat
steam.
before, guys. I got this.
Could we not from Ember Island just head west back to the mainland and then from there head northwest?
It's still going to be a big
That's-
chunk. As
that's-
Yeah,
Shurva kind
like,
of reflects on it, it's still
To
going to be a
get
very
from
big
even the
fly.
main island of like where the Fire Nation capital and that is, like even from the most northern point of that to the Sun Warrior ruins is
What map are you looking at?
massive. I'll link it to you.
Thanks.
Oh wait,
So
you
well-
guys don't have a map right now.
No, we don't, but we're gonna get one at the next town.
Okay.
I can't even
Wait.
visualize this.
So, it sounds for tonight. Then we just need to find the next town, and then we can
Yes.
we can take it from there.
In my head, Shurva is like on the ground, like kind of carving into the like blackened rock and shit that's all over the ground, like trying to demonstrate how far everything should be. But it's kind of really, really rough because like she's relying purely on memory, and she's like, so it's gonna be like this. The boiling rock's kind of like here, and the sun ruins that we want to go to is kind of like here, but then. Like, all the way over here is the Fire Nation capital, so, like, we need to, like, get all the way up there kind of thing. So she's, like, using rocks and lots of different coloured rocks and getting
This is
Rung
what-
to help her find extra
this is-
coloured rocks
yeah.
so that he feels
This is
useful.
Rung's kind of
And,
map.
like, just making islands out of rocks.
All maps should be like this. This is the best map I've ever seen. Incredible work.
You mentioned the
is
city
such a
here,
helpful map. Yes. Great.
Fire something city you mentioned just on the next island.
Yeah,
should we-
Fire Fountain
we-
City.
Should we just not head there tonight, like now, and then find
Oh,
a
that's the
actual
same
map
map I'm using.
and figure it out later, or like, do you think we can make it to Ember Island tonight? I don't think we can. It's pretty far. right,
We
you
won't be
said.
able to get to Ember Island tonight. I
Yeah,
think
so
that's
let's just
way too much on Mango because we had to fly all the way here.
so let's just go to Fire Fountain Island and see if there's any ideas that we can find out new things on how to get to the blazing place.
Look, I won't.
I think if we just go to Fire Fountain City, we camp on the outskirts of it a little bit, and then we go in town, we get a proper map, proper compass, and some supplies, and then we'll be able to figure it out from there.
Yeah. Maybe they have a traveler's lodge, and we can ask some information from there as well.
Maybe.
Yeah, the Fire Nation is notorious for having travel lodges. It's fine.
Good,
Yeah,
that's great.
we'll
they
find
made out
the
of wood?
cultural
'Cause that'd be a bad
volcano
idea.
of the sea.
Yeah.
Cultural hub of the volcano. I don't know where I'm trying to go with this. volcanoes.
The multicultural volcano.
Oh, that's
You
so
could say
far
it's
away.
the hottest place
Oh
to
my
visit.
God.
That kind of works. The hottest
You
place
see?
to visit.
Yeah. Like, look at where the boiling rock is. That's probably like the best spot to stop, kind of thing. But
Oh Jesus!
They have
Actually,
the hottest nightlife, and it's just people like, ah,
would it be?
Archie, we're not going to the puppet master place.
why not?
Would it,
Master place?
hypothetically, would it not be quicker to go north towards Suju Village than Lion Turtle Cliff Face than across from there?
So let me, if this is your question, here's the answer to that. If you want to go all the way around, because of the way the map is positioned, you're kind of looking from a perspective of south looking north, right? So the perspective is slightly tilted.
Yes.
It is quicker to go via the Fire Nation. Just.
Cool. Just put that out there.
Yeah, no. It's a good question. It's just because of perspective. There's a couple of others where you can see where it's exactly face on. The problem is, right, you're converting a spherical world map into a 2D thing, and so you end up with a little bit of weird warpage, which is why Australia always looks so hilarious on
Oh yeah, it's
globes.
amazing. It's amazing.
Like, the best route would probably be to go Amber Island and then literally to like the most northern part above the Fire Nation capital and then go across from there. But I feel like that
One
just
of
doesn't
the-
really work.
One of the other things I will say, Shurva, is that some of this map is partially obscured. The map that you're going off in your mind, you don't remember exactly where everything is because you're using your mind to remember this map. But you know that there's a smattering of small islands between the Fire Nation capital and the northern mountainous islands. It's just that in your memory they might be obscured by the smoke of memory.
I like how you're doing that. Because there's smoke on the map.
The smoke
that was
in the
really
water.
good.
Saying
Thanks
there's
for pointing that out.
smoke on the
Bree.
water.
Yep, cool. we both went there, cool.
Okay, but
I'm
I
saying
feel like
that-
we also still need to figure out where Hira is.
Here, shark bait. That's where it
It
is.
might be at Hama's
Yeah.
village.
They might know at the Fire Fountain City, right? We
They might be near
Oh,
Fire
true.
Fountain. Yeah.
And we can just ask questions there. I mean, let's just get on Mango now and head there. We can talk more
Yeah,
on Mango.
let's just go because that doesn't seem too
Yep.
far, and it's
Yep.
Yeah, it's the next one over.
And then we can find a map that doesn't have smoke in this spot here. I'll point to the
my memory's a bit hazy over here. Like I can't quite remember it.
Like one of the rocks has been put down, has started smoking because it's like dug into like a little geyser of steam. I don't
I
know.
love that.
The rock's
That's-
picked up
Not really
smoking. It's on a hard trail.
It's fine. Okay, so
we jump on Mango and we start to
Jump on
head to the closest city.
And we make it there with no instances at all.
well, do we want to go all the way into the city, or do we want to like camp outside of the city so that we're not coming in?
Well,
Tonight
is it
we're
late
asleep.
night or is it just light
It's
night?
getting
It's
late.
like,
It'd be
if
late
it's-
when we get there.
Is it late night
okay,
shopping tonight?
then we
in the
sleep
city,
outside
or-
and then
Sleep outside. Don't.
and
Yeah,
in
is
the
it
morning
Thursday?
and get some supplies and
We'll
naps
pitch a
and stuff.
tent.
I'll be
I've still
pitching
got-
the tent. Don't worry.
I knew someone
I
was
was
gonna do
holding
it.
back so much then.
Yep.
Because I've got the 8-person tent that we can
Cool.
very easily just throw up
And
and
You've got that partially attached to the saddle of Mango. That actually rolls out from Mango's side when you take the saddle off.
that's cute.
So it's like
Love
yeah,
it.
it's like built into part of the saddle now. I think you.
Just reminds me of like one of those utes that like has the big canopy.
Yeah,
He's got a little Winnebago on the side of Mango.
So we're probably about half an hour out of the city where we camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, looking
Yeah.
at this map, I've realized how far we've actually traveled, and holy shit.
Yeah.
This map is like really, really detailed as well. So like it's a massive map.
Like,
Like
I
around
didn't
the
realize
world
how
in 2
far we
weeks.
went.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
This
They will
this
travel.
world map is by artist Bill Modron. If you check out in the description, there is a link to it, so you can go check it out. There is in every
you,
single
Bill.
episode.
Is that?
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Every
Oh,
single
shit.
episode since like episode 4. I've
I
used
found
this
it
map
on
as
Reddit.
No
I've
way.
used
I've
this
been
map
using a
for all
different map. Yeah,
references.
I've been using a different Reddit map.
Yeah, no, Bill Modron is an incredible artist. I love this map, and I've used it for all of the. It's also the same map that's used in the intro video as well.
You know, I had not actually noticed that.
That's okay. That's all right. This is some behind the scenes magic.
But But you would use the version that doesn't have the writing on it, I'm guessing?
Exactly right. Yeah, I use the
Yeah.
version that doesn't have the
because-
path that Team Avatar took.
Yeah, because the one on the video doesn't have any writing on it, Bree.
Thanks, Archie.
If you're watching in Twitch right now and you can't access the map, I've just put a link in chat. You're welcome to click on it. This is the world map of
I'm gonna
Avatar.
look at this.
It
I'm
is.
still not gonna take note of anything until we get a map properly.
Yeah, that's
So
thank you for that.
we pitch a tent and we go to sleep for the night.
Just here on the island.
Oh no,
No,
traveled
we're out from the
to-
city. We flew.
Okay. Right. Let me tell you what happens.
Okay.
no.
Let me say
Nice try.
Yeah, you
Nice
didn't
try.
say anything when we said half an hour
Nice
from
try.
the city and nothing happens.
Dave, there's no time limit on me being the DM. It's not like a timed thing. I
No,
can
it's
retcon
already
whenever I
morning.
like.
It's already the next morning. We
I
just woke
can-
up for a fresh
I already did full
And-
long rest.
We're well
It's too late.
rested, we're comfy.
Unfortunately, this is all a dream that you're experiencing right now.
Ah,
Quick
shit.
daydream. The sulfurous fumes escaping from Roku's island home briefly scrambled your senses, and for a moment you thought you were on this new island, an island where you could pitch a tent and take a moment, but unfortunately, no. You're still stuck. Haven't quite reached Shuhon Island yet, which is the name of the island where Fire Fountain Village is. As you climb onto the back of Mango and take off, the sun is setting quickly on the horizon. The last few dying lights of the sun illuminating the ocean below you in this beautiful red and orange glow, seeming to almost emanate fire from the Fire Nation capital far to the west. As the last of the light fades, it becomes harder and harder to navigate in the dark, to know exactly where you're headed. Luckily, however, Fire Fountain Village is so named because of a large central landmark. In the time of Aang, when he arrives after the 100-Year War, this landmark is a giant statue of Ozai spewing fire from its mouth and hands, but during Roku's era, it is in fact a large metal fountain. Underneath, a huge pocket of natural gas allows for this monument to be set ablaze to give the impression of a geyser of fire erupting from the center of this metallic spiraling pattern, hence Fire Fountain Village. This serves as quite an easy landmark to orient yourselves to, so despite the failing light and the encroaching darkness, you do manage to get a pretty good bearing for the village. And as you get closer and closer, you can see that the edges of the village are actually surrounded by forest. The village is situated down on the bay, right near the water. The docks that are set up there are pretty small compared to the Fire Nation capital and compared to the town that you flew over previously, but you can still see a number of boats, both fishing and more of the ironclads, docked at various points in the harbour. You said you were going to try and make a camp a little bit back away from the village, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. Not too far away around the coastline towards the north, you see a large clearing where a lake, a natural collection of rainwater, has formed in probably what was once another ancient volcano. So eroded and worn away by time, that's all that's left is just this central pocket of water, this lake that has formed, perfectly circular, with a line of trees around it. Mango, by this point, is exhausted and gratefully lands on the edge of the lake, taking a big drink and then collapsing on the shores. You struggle to quickly get the saddle off in time, but Mango is willing to wait just a little bit longer to get comfortable. And over the next hour or so, you set up the tent, get some firewood, get a fire going, cook up a bit of a meal, and then head to bed.
Cook up an extra
The next-
portion for Mango.
Extra portion of
Yes.
Mango.
Two dinners.
Mango is currently stripping the long grass. When you awaken the next morning, all around the lake, the reeds and bulrushes, Mango is tearing into them with gusto, seeming to quite enjoy the light, fluffy white seed pods that almost look like cotton candy collecting around the tops of these reeds. Mango seems to really enjoy them. As you
People
awaken
bite
the
those, they
next...
explode me up. Anyway, I'll be quiet.
No.
I've seen someone bite one of those once on like TikTok or something. It was like, so it's
Yeah,
terrifying.
it sort of bursts open and unfurls in your mouth. As you awaken the next morning, the weather is cool. Not cold, but the bright sun high above and the cloudless sky indicate it's going to get a lot hotter today. As it always is in the Fire Nation. Warm, sunny day.
Oh no.
What do you guys want to do as you awaken?
get ready and head to town. I think was the plan.
Did you want to leave
I'll buy
Mango
some-
here, or
I think so.
We're about half an hour flight away or half an hour walk. Should we just fly a bit closer?
probably about 45 minutes to an hour walk away?
Oh yeah, no, we're flying.
15 minutes flight.
So late.
If you guys want to walk, I could stay
That's
here.
time we
Go,
could be
worry about
flying
anything
somewhere
happening.
else. Just putting that
Well,
out there.
I mean, if you guys want, I'm happy to stay with Mango and just drop you guys. We won't be long in the town, right? I'll just
No,
drop you
we
guys
just
off.
got to pick up a map, a compass, and a spyglass.
Yeah,
That's
you
it.
guys aren't gonna burn the statues down like you did in the other place, are you?
No!
I left you guys for a while, and then you guys were running
That's
to me with
alleged.
the-
That's
This
all
place-
alleged.
This place is probably fireproof compared to that place.
Okay.
So
Well, I mean, I can drop us off there, and then I can wait with Mango a bit further away, and then come pick you guys up in 2 hours.
just pop into the shops, come straight back. Bing, bang, boom.
I'll hang with Al. I want to try and get some more flying experience before we do this big trip over.
Alrighty.
Alright, so Mako and I are heading into town and Rung.
Yeah, I'm coming into town. Keen to see this fireplace.
Perfect. Well, let's do the expeditionary force first, and then we'll go to the home guard. Shurva, Mako, Rung. As you begin making your way through the forest, you can see natural
We
trails.
flew to drop them off. Sorry, that was the
Oh,
plan,
you're gonna drop
right?
them off.
That's the plan, right? We dropped
Yeah,
you off
yeah,
to
yeah,
save you
drop-
time
yeah,
for
yeah.
walk. Yeah. Save the time for the walk.
Oh,
So
like,
drop them
I
off like a
thought smile.
15-minute walk.
I saw
Yeah,
like
like-
in
okay.
the front.
Yeah, Owen was smiling a little
Yeah.
bit too much.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
he
We're
was,
dropping off at the
he was
front
too happy
gate.
about that. Yeah.
He's like, oh, you've made a big spectacle of yourselves. Suddenly you get shot
I
down.
was just really happy that chat have redeemed some points and given Shurva advantage.
Oh, thank you.
She gonna need it.
Go on, you
Go
go.
to the town. A wall of ballistas.
Yeah, you can just see a line of soldiers with their arms ready to start firebending just as you arrive at the gates.
Are they
We're
wearing?
looking for
wouldn't be
some criminal
surprised.
scum.
Are they wearing
Son of
metal
a
armor?
failed ambassador. Shurva, Mako, and Rung. You are dropped off by Al. About 15.
I think
About 15
Aquila
minutes
was
away?
steering.
Oh, Aquila was steering. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. I was with
Yeah,
him.
just L plates on.
He's
Yeah,
guiding.
exactly.
I'm on like red peas. I still need like a
Yeah.
little bit of guidance. That's
Which
all.
means
He's
you're
only
limited
allowed
number
one
of
passenger
passengers
who
you
isn't
can
full
take.
license. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you're supposed to still need guidance when you're on your P's. That's
I
meant
just
to mean
like-
that
I
you can
just-
drive by yourself now.
Yeah, I can, just not.
You're
can.
you're on your L's. You've just done 100 hours.
Have
Have you done your 9 hours yet?
I'm about to go for my test.
Have you done your 9 hours?
This is it. This
the
is the test.
Yeah, this is the
Um,
test.
As you land Mango down closer to the village in a small clearing within this forest bordering the village, you can see a number of trails carved through the undergrowth, probably hunting trails used by nearby hunters. And while you don't see any people nearby, even sort of landing 15 minutes away from the village, you probably would know that Mango stands out. It's unlikely that no one has seen you at this point.
Yeah, we're not trying to hide. We're just
Cool.
not trying to draw attention.
Perfect. As Shurva, Mako, and Rung make their way through some of these natural hunting trails, before too long you come to the break in the trees. As the forest falls away, you can see the edge of the town. Farmland marks the borders of where this village has reached its limits. The forest sort of giving way to this industrialization, spreading out from the central port. The farmland only lasts for a few blocks, and you suddenly find yourselves in classic Fire Nation suburbia. Well-constructed single-story stone houses, red slate roofs, and narrow cobbled streets marking the walkways between the different houses. As you get closer and closer to the city square, you see more and more people coming awake, going about their day-to-day. A group of children dressed in uniform rush past on their way to school, the bell clanging overhead, giving this echoing call throughout the town, calling the children to their classes. As people head to work and move past you, you don't really draw too much attention. Both Mako and Shurva dressed in, well, Mako in very fine, fancy Fire Nation garb, Shurva in your more traditional guard's uniform. Rung just in your classic sleeveless vest, pants, just chilling. Just chilling.
Just Earth Nation stuff.
Yeah. You are not the only travellers. You can see as you get closer to the docks what looks to be a group of Earth Nation traders, dressed in very free-flowing, almost, I would say, piratey garb, marked with the green and dark greys of the Earth Nation coloration. Seem to have sailed a large merchant vessel into the port and have set up some market stalls in front, selling all sorts of interesting trinkets and goods. Not the pirates you interacted with in Kyoshi Village. Not the same ones. As you reach the center of the town, the fire fountain, the feature that this village has gained its name from, spews great plumes of fire and smoke into the air. Around it, and I'd probably say as you reach this point, your natural sort of perceptions have started to pick up. There's a very strong presence of posters and streamers strung up all over the village. As you have a bit of a look around, they all seem to be advertising seers and fortune tellers, wise women, shamans, a whole collection of people who can see the future, see your fortune, give you guidance when you are lost. Shurva, Mako, I'm going to get you both to roll with focus to see how much you know about Fire Fountain Village.
7.
Holy shit!
7. Success with consequences for Shurva. Mako, what's yours? 12. Absolute success.
Praise the absolute.
Praise the absolute. Shurva, you remember
I got the
something
brand and
about
everything.
Fire Fountain Village. There's this strange... something about the history there, spiritual experiences. You can't quite put your finger on it. There's something about that a lot of people are rumored to be closer to the spirits here. It's a place of deep spiritual connection and seems to draw the attention of soothsayers and seers and mediums. Mako, I'm going to rule that you've probably shown quite a bit of interest in spirits throughout your life history, not just when an old man offers you fish spirits in the desert.
Yeah.
It makes sense that Mako...
There's been a bit more than that, yes.
Yeah.
How was he not kidnapped earlier?
Yeah. Given your behavior, I think we can use your past behavior as the best predictor of your even further past behavior in this case. Mako, you've always been a bit interested in spirits. You have wanted to visit Fire Fountain Village for some time. You would know that long ago, way before it was called Fire Fountain Village, because it used to be called a different name, and I will remember that in a moment. You would remember that Fire Fountain Village, during the time of Avatar Kurok,
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah. During the time of Avatar Kurok, it was discovered that the grounds nearby, because it is over the source of an active volcano, sometimes smoke and gases can escape through the ground, and breathing those in was said to grant you visions of the past, of the present, and of the future. And so before too long, a number of fortune tellers moved into the nearby area. In fact, you would know of Nyai Hitha, one of the most famous fortune tellers during the time of Avatar Kurok, and a friend of Avatar Kurok's. For many years operated as a fortune teller here, and his success and fame spawned a number of other businesses to crop up in a nearby area. I believe it actually used to be called Chungling. Was the name of the village before it was then renamed as Fire Fountain Village. But yeah, you would know that there are a number of places here where you can go and seek guidance from fortune tellers, from spiritual mediums, from seers. Yeah. There's a lot of opportunity here.
Volcano gas going, yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah, bright future ahead of you, man.
So,
Anyway, I'm interested in our futures.
how long do you think we have before the others get worried?
I think they were like 2 hours or something.
Plenty of time. We got
So much time. Go to a shop, get
yeah,
our
go to the
sextant,
shop,
get a map.
go to that shop
compass.
over there real quick, and then like
This sounds like a good plan. We
then
could
go to get some gases.
get our palms red.
Yeah,
save
it
some
sounds
of the
like
cool
hey,
gas.
sounds like a plan.
You can find people who can read your palms, read your heads. There's also phrenologists here as well.
I want
um,
the good shit.
People who can read bones, sticks, paint, everything. Every form of fortune telling can be found here.
I want the good shit. Spirits. Give me that.
Readers? Nah, it wouldn't exist here. Well, I'm down. Look, I'm down to go get a map and get a basic
Yeah,
stuff first. Then we can have a
Let's
little
get
playroom.
the basic stuff
Yeah.
first, so they don't get yelled at.
I want to head
Yeah,
over to the
true.
markets in front of the ship.
Yeah, as you head on over, you can
Traders.
see that there are a number of other market stalls, much more permanent market stalls that have been set up. These appear to mostly be selling fresh fruit and fish, but there are also a number of other markets that have been set up selling a number of other goods. The traders from the Earth Kingdom have set up much more temporary market stalls. You can actually see where they pack down each night to be removed and taken back onto the ship. And their selection of goods is much more random and less organized. It seems like probably what they've done is brought everything in the cargo hold and put it on display, kind of hoping that that will help attract some interest. Right next to a collection of books and scrolls is a large, strange stone statue that appears to be some sort of fertility idol. Next to that, you can also see what looks to be some children's toys, and then next to that is some classical Earth Nation sweets, some Genomite.
That's
rock
real.
candy.
That's a real like roller coaster of what's happening there.
It's as I said, it's a random collection, an esoteric presentation of goods, shall we say?
Cool.
So assume we want to look at the scrolls then.
Yeah, could I get you to assess a situation? Anyone who wants to, and you can ask, and you shall receive information on what you can see around you.
Can I just go talk to one of the merchants?
100%. You just walk up to the closest merchant. Actually, do you want to talk to the Earth Nation randos, seeing as they
Yeah.
have the most? Yeah.
That's who I meant by merchant, sorry.
Oh, brilliant. Easy peasy. As you walk up towards the ship, you can see a number of the traders still unloading stock from the ship and setting it up under the direction of a slightly older woman, probably in her mid-40s, graying auburn hair, but very bright green eyes, very full of life. And as she directs the sailors where to put things down, you can see that she's a bit flustered. There's a lot of things coming off the ship, and as she tries to sort of point where things should be, most of the sailors don't really seem to listen or give a shit. Hard to know which one, and they end up just plonking stuff everywhere. You can see her getting more and more flustered as she runs around behind, trying to reorganize things. And as you step up and go like, oh, hello, she pauses for a second, collects herself and goes, hello there. Customer, welcome to our bazaar of the bazaar. What can I get you? What are you looking for? We've got loads of interesting items. Anything that might take your fancy, young lady? Perhaps some jewelry? Although you do have a rather wonderful pendant on already. Maybe I could get you some delights or treats from faraway nations.
Well, I can't help but notice that you don't seem to have great help here. I could help
yes.
you finish setting up in exchange just for a map.
You would help me rearrange all of this and get these bozos under control and just
Yeah.
want a map?
Yep.
You're hired.
Compass.
She holds out a hand to shake your hand.
Oh yeah.
Compass.
And
We have
you have any
plenty of
compasses?
gold. I just want to get her trust first.
Fine.
So I reach out, shake her hand, and then start going.
Welcome aboard. I'm Jin. Lovely to meet you.
I'm Shurva. It's great to meet you.
Great. Well, if you could start... I've assumed you two are standing back and letting Shurva handle this. If you wanted to step up, you're more than welcome to.
I'm sort of stepped up and just sort of like, hey, I'm just there.
Hey, Run, do you want to give us a hand as well?
Well, I heard you talking about lifting and moving things. I kind of assumed that it was going to be me doing this, yes.
Not just you that's going to be doing it.
Mako as well.
Yeah.
Marco's disappeared by this one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I rolled a 7 for my
Manual
assist
labor?
situation.
Not by.
I have a
I'm gonna go make a wish
this
of a
is-
spirit, guys. BRB.
How'd you
This is
know?
my friend Rung. He is, as you can see, very strong, and he likes to show that he is very strong, so he will also be able to assist us.
Blushing. Oh, shucks you.
You look like you're pretty far from home.
Ah, a little bit. Go on a little trip with my friends here. Had to get
Oh,
out of
how
Live
lovely.
at some point.
Like Wowo.
Oh, yeah,
way.
you know the place? You're way.
Please don't tell me you named the town Laiwowo so that you could make that pun 2 years
I
down
did.
the track.
I did now.
This is gonna sound really weird, but I'm actually from Laiwowo.
What are you doing out here?
Well, I didn't want to be a coal miner, so I left. There's fuck all else to do.
Yeah, that tracks.
I ain't gonna blame
Imagine
you.
wanting to
I've
be a
done it
coal
long
miner.
time. What do you think I'm out here? Might go back some point though.
Maybe. Sure. I'm not really on the best speaking terms with my family. I kind of just walked out, but I mean, that place is a dump. You did a good job escaping it.
You know what? Since I've gone, I've noticed my cough's been better and less frequent. So
Yeah.
it's been feeling good.
Yeah,
Have
yeah,
you
that's
noticed that
the
as
coal
well?
dust. Yeah, no, that's the coal dust. Coal's actually toxic to breathe in.
Oh, true. Cool. You know, a bit of safety stuff like that. But it's one of those things in the boxes we tick. We just didn't really worry about too much. So, so if you had to deal with that,
No, I never went down the mines. I'm not an
I
idiot.
would.
Those things are a death trap. You can get like much easier
They are.
curable cancers doing other things.
It's cancer.
You don't need to worry about that, my little friend. She pats you on the back. That's the thing you need to worry about.
He's a
Also,
local.
I can't
Hey, tell you
yeah.
what. If you're from Laiwowo, that means you're probably quite strong here. She points to your muscles, and good at taking directions because there's not too much distracting you up here, right? As she points to your head.
Hey, absolutely. I do not take offense to that. I'm very good with directions, honestly. Clear. And
Right. See
You're
those
exactly
boxes?
right.
See those boxes that they're stacking? You know how you can see how they've got numbers on them?
Are those guys that are currently doing this stacking, are they like Earth Nation people? Or
Yeah, they're
like,
all Earth Nation. Yep.
How come they suck at taking orders of these Earth Nation people? Is this a Laiwowo
Ah,
thing where we just could
Don't get me started. It's a really long story. I'll tell you later if you want to hear it, but trust me, it's not rewarding, and it's just going to give you a headache because it's given me a headache, and I've had to live it.
How many dudes do I see there? Like, or people just
4
going
of
around?
them, it
with-
looks like. Four
of them.
main ones unloading.
Do they look scrawny? Or they look buff or anything like that?
No,
Or
they
just
look fairly standard. I wouldn't say they don't look more
Hmm.
more buff than you. I would say probably given that you've been traveling heavily, training heavily, traveling a lot in the last few days, you've probably put on a bit even more muscle mass than you had before.
Yeah, but
You're
So
pretty
just-
jacked.
just looking at the boxes now. Like, Shurva, how much time do we have here?
We've got a bit of time. Marco's probably off shopping somewhere else, so I figure we can help her pretty much get set up.
Give me 20 minutes, 30 max.
It's not about speed. I need accuracy. See how those boxes? There's 3 different numbers on them: 1, 2, and 3.
Gotcha.
Can you? No. What? Okay. What are you supposed to do with them then? If you've got me, let's hear it. Let's hear your initiative. Go on.
Well, I get box 1, I stack that box 1. I get box 2, stack that box 2. I get the box 3s, I stack that box 3s. Box
Oh
1,
shit,
2,
he's actually
3.
got it. Oh great. Can I hire you for the journey? Like these other ones, that's too complicated for them. They keep trying to stack them 1, 2, 3 in stacks of 1 and 2 and 3.
I'm about to show these guys why they're never getting a raise. Like, pumping their shoulders up ready.
I mean, they're never getting a raise, so that's good. I like your initiative, son. Off you pop. As soon as Rung heads below deck and start, you just join in, Rung. The other guys give you a grunt. Go, hey, welcome aboard.
But get out of my
See, like
way.
the Earth nature and garb, they're like, she's hired another one.
Jin's such a fucking taskmaster. One day it's 1, 2, 1. Next it's 1, 1, 3. Then it's 1, 3, 2. Oh mate, I can't make my mind. She can't make her mind up when she wants stuff.
I'm just like stacking up like box and then another box if I can get another box. I'm stacking a third box in there if I can.
Whoa,
Without
whoa,
it on
whoa.
there.
Whoa.
Box
You've stacked-
one.
that's- They're 3 1s. What's he? He's got 3 1s. He's got 3 1s.
It's 3-1, boys. 3-1s. Yeah, good. I'm rocking this team.
Can you make me a roll with passion, please?
Show your badge of authority. You know how to
As you
tell people
hol-
what to do.
As you hold up your badge, it flows through you.
Authority. How have I not thought of that before? Is it obvious that I've been practicing my narrator impression from Baldur's Gate 3?
Yes.
Oh, it is perfect. Suspense.
It's one of those voices I want to get absolutely right, because I'm going to do a one-shot, a little one-shot with Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm going to run it as the narrator from Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm going to have the character sheets for Astarion, Lae'zel, and like do like a single one-shot, like a joke one-shot with Baldur's Gate 3 content. I thought it'd be really fun.
That'd be
Do
good.
it and learn.
Have
tongs.
you-
Like she says, like in this one scene where she's just like, you go to like a place, there's tongs everywhere. She's like, a blacksmith's favorite tools, tongs. So many tongs. Tongs everywhere. Tongs.
So what was
Is
it?
she going insane?
What was the hang on? What was the line? I'll see if I can do it. A blacksmith's favorite tools. Tongs. Tongs everywhere. Tongs. Tongs. Nice. Amazing.
It's so
Alright.
good.
Have you listened to the her bloopers reel? that she
Yes,
sent on Twitter?
it's
I
You-
see them on
good.
TikTok all the time.
They're so
It's
good.
so good. Yeah.
Alrighty, so Rung, roll me with passion. That is a 7. That is success. As you start like walking down the gangplank with the 3 boxes of wands, you realize very quickly that maybe it wasn't just stupidity or stubbornness that was preventing these guys unloading the boxes in numerical order. It turns out that all of the boxes labeled 1 are really heavy. Possibly they were loading the boxes with different numbers so that they could unload more boxes but not die under the strain of how heavy these boxes are. As you begin walking down the planks, you find that your arms are very quickly straining against the weight. What has she got in here? It is so heavy. And as you get down to the bottom of the docks and then drop the boxes down, sort of losing your grip at the very last second, one of the boxes, you hear this and a split goes up the side of it, and it also crashes your webcam too. That's an impressive split.
Battery change.
You'd think you'd just leave it plugged in.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a plug, it only has batteries. I've only got battery.
You can get a dummy battery that just hooks up to power.
Yeah, you can. Even I know that.
That's what I use.
I looked into those ones, but I couldn't find them for some reason. I was dumb. Anyway, one day.
I was wrong.
I was wrong.
You hear a crack, and as you quickly sort of like eyes wide lean around the side of the box, you can see that it has split open, and a number of jars inside appear to have dropped and rattled. And as one of them slowly rolls out and cracks against the stone, you see this almost like this dark yellow, almost like a dark yellow orange oil begins seeping out from in the cracks of the box. Very pungent, recognizable smell immediately hits your
Sesame oil.
nose. Sesame oil.
I can do it.
As
The
soon
second you
as
said like an oil, I was like, oh.
So like way weak, my strength disappears from my kryptonite.
yeah, the smell assails your nose. Sesame oil. As you feel it just like soak up through you. While that's going on, as you do that, you hear from the ship, boys, he couldn't handle it once. Oi!
I'm not a soy boy.
Soy boy.
Wrong,
Sesame
wrong.
boy. Start calling out. Oh, Sesame boy. Couldn't handle the 3 ones. Oh. Back with the plot. Shurva, who's currently helping assemble the stalls a bit better with Jin. Could I get you to please roll me with creativity, Shurva?
Sure. 7.
7. I mean, you're not specifically trained in interior design.
Yeah, I have a 0 in creativity. That
Yeah.
tracks.
But at the end of the day, like, you do like to keep, especially when you were at the guard barracks and you were helping to stack and clean the weapons for not just you but some of the other guards, it would often be a duty that was rotated between those in training. And when you were a cadet going through it, you did like to make sure that the weapons were properly cleaned, properly stored, and put away in a easy to access, aesthetically pleasing way. And this isn't that different. I mean, sure, some of this stuff's a bit weird, but you just put things of similar size in similar locations based on same things. Food only goes with food. It's pretty simple stuff. And before too long, with you and Jin working together, occasionally she has to lean over and go, "Oh, those crystals are edible. If you could move them over with the yes, with the toffee apples, fantastic. Oh, that fertility idol. You've put it right next to the children's toys. You can see the nipples on that. Probably best if we move it over to the other side.
What do you mean? It's one small step. It's like you use
That's
that, and then you have then you need the toys
Oh,
afterwards.
Yeah.
it's a hermaphrodite.
mothers
I hadn't
for the kids.
realised that. Yeah, definitely move that over the other side. Why don't we put that under the counter?
National Geographic.
Yeah. And before too long, the stall is set up looking far more pleasing, and there is an immediate response. There were people wandering past, taking a bit of a look, walking away with confused expressions, but now people are coming up and genuinely looking through things. The book stall in particular, with scrolls and books laid out, is proving particularly popular. Not even one that you had to spend too much time arranging. You just stacked the books so the spines were pointing out and put the scrolls so that they were vertical and easy to stack and arrange. Problem solved. People do seem to respect that, and a lot of people are starting to flick through the books and look through the scrolls. As the last few boxes come down the gangplank, you can see a number of the Earth Nation dockhands give Rung a big pat on the back and call him Sesame Boy. You don't know what that's about. It's a bit weird. As one of them goes to shake his hand, you watch as Rung kind of squirms a bit, and as he pulls it away, you can see that they've coated their hand in sesame oil to shake his hand.
I push him off the boat.
Straight over the edge. As he lands in the water with a splash, you hear him like sputtering and coughing. I can't swim! As he's like panicking. You watch as immediately there's a response. The other sailors like call out an alarm and rush to the side. Jin sort of turns and goes, "Oh my god, what's going on?" Quickly runs back and goes, No, quick, someone help him. And then you hear from the docks this older gentleman who's fishing off, this older Fire Nation gentleman go, "It's only 3 foot deep. Stand up, you idiot." There's a sudden pause, and then you watch as the Earth Nation dockhand slowly stands up and goes, "I knew that."
Better be careful with that oil on the ground. Pretty slippery, man.
Shut up, Sesame Boy.
Whatever, salty.
Good comeback.
Yo.
2 a.m. He's going to wake up and it's going to be like, "Oh, I am salty." Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Look, you got to go for insults that burn on a rebound. Like you want them to come back and really bite at sort of 2-3 a.m. the next morning. That's how you know it's a good insult, and this is clearly one of them. Jin sort of comes back laughing and shaking her head. Yeah. Hazard pay is fucked. I've spent it all, so I'm pleased he's not in trouble. You said you're after a map?
Absolutely.
Done. Take your pick. There's a whole bundle there. Take whichever one you want.
I take the nicest looking one. That's
There you
really
go.
clear and doesn't have any smoke on it.
As you begin these Muppets. These guys are Muppets. They're from Sesame Street. Nice chat. Oh, chumpet, chef's kiss. As you begin flicking through the bundle of maps, Shurva, a number of the maps are regional only. So you can see there's a couple that show the Earth Kingdom in fairly good detail. There's a couple that show the Fire Nation in fairly good detail. There's only really 2 world maps. And both of them look like they're pretty nice and pretty good quality. One of them was clearly drawn by the Fire Nation, given that the Fire Nation takes up about 80% of the page, and the Earth Kingdom's kind of like squashed into the corner.
America.
Almost as if to match it, as the inverse, is the Earth Nation originating map, where the Fire Nation is this tiny little peninsula of land stuffed in the margins, and Ba Sing Se is roughly 8 times its actual size.
Well, we only really need a Fire Nation map right now, so I'll take the best looking just Fire Nation map.
The only other thing I'll add is the Fire Nation map looks to have been drawn a bit of a... It looks like it's a bit older.
No, I mean like one of
only
the
other thing I'll add.
region maps.
Oh, just take a region map. Yeah. As you begin pouring through the regional maps, you can see that there are a number of regional maps of the Fire Nation. Most of the detail is concentrated around the central islands and the Fire Nation capital. Interestingly enough, it doesn't look like there's any detailed maps of the Sun Kingdom at all. It's an area where you can see that it's kind of just been marked off as there's mountains here and not much else. And
Yeah.
it seems like
but-
that's kind of the extent of the Fire Nation's cartography efforts.
Yeah. Is the boiling rock noted on any of them? Because that'll
It is,
help
but
with
it's
like
not
knowing
noted
which
as-
section.
Yeah, it's not
Need to go
noted
to.
as the boiling rock. It's actually noted as the island itself, because the boiling rock is the secret prison. Let me just quickly
Yeah.
see if I can find the name of the island.
Because I think at least if that section is noted,
Ooh,
then we'll
actually-
know that it's the mountains above it.
Secret.
Actually,
secret prison.
I have to make a correction. The Boiling Rock prison is created during the 100-Year War. It is
Oh.
not there. Okay, quick retcon.
So we can stop there then.
It is an active volcano now.
Oh, we can't stop there. Then.
It's even worse.
Which it would have to be for then the prison to be
Challenge
built on it.
accepted.
Yeah. So sorry, that is an Owen Bad. The Boiling Rock prison was only made. Why do I keep wanting to say prism? That's so weird. The Boiling Rock
sounds cooler.
prison.
How's your
Because
heli
it's
dropping?
a pyramid.
Is it?
Helicopter dropping
I don't
skills.
know.
Yeah.
The
It,
boiling-
it actually
pyramid.
is like
Wow.
a really fancy looking prism though.
It's like vaguely
Prism?
pentagonal, isn't it? One,
Yeah, I
two,
think it's a
3, 4,
pentagonal
6.
or-
Nah, it's hexagonal.
Yeah, I was gonna say hexagonal. Because I don't think they wanted it to look too much like the Pentagon.
Why not?
Sorry, I
I
don't
mean-
know.
I mean,
Because the Fire Nation is mostly like designed around traditional Chinese architecture and things like that. It wouldn't make sense to throw a random pentagon in there.
but their foreign policy is just so America.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I didn't say that. What?
Well, that oil.
But where would they build the wall?
There is no Boiling Rock prison. There is instead an active volcano known as I'm going to say the Burning Rock.
Okay. But is that notated?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
And
good.
there are a number of smaller islands, most of them fairly unnamed. Excuse me, I just had a bit of my beer came up to say hello again. There are a number of
Beautiful.
smaller islands that dot the peninsula between here and the Sun Kingdom.
Okay.
Going back to kind of like your history of the Fire Nation, Shurva, you would know that roughly a lot of the records and the older histories tell of a time when the Fire Nation wasn't splintered into these smaller islands. The volcanic activity actually got a lot worse during a period in history, and that kind of split the Fire Nation into these separate areas. And this is all before it was the Fire Nation. This is back when it was the Sun Kingdom. So, I mean, it would make sense that there's still a lot of landmass between here and the Sun Kingdom that hasn't been completely sunk by the changing tectonic activity.
Cool. Well, this map will be super helpful. Can I trouble you for a compass as well? I'll pay for that though.
Yeah, of course. We've got a compass or two. I'll give you a nice fancy one, waterproof, shockproof, dropproof, 1 gold piece.
Is it Mako
Shockproof
proof?
sounds great.
Fireproof?
Well, it's made of metal, so it should be pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. 1 gold then. Easy.
She reaches into the one of the stores and pulls forth a brass compass. It looks like a brass case, and then as you open it up, you can see the compass inside, a layer of glass actually protecting the delicate internal components.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, picked this up from the Water Tribe. Actually, this is one of their works. They use it to navigate on long journeys. It's tends to be pretty good. I have been told though that you don't want to get magnets too close to it.
That's fair enough. I don't think I have any magnets that I'm traveling with.
It's funny.
Apart from
I
your
sold one of these
personality.
to a sandbender, and he told me that it didn't work properly while he was traveling around the Siwong Desert. So I'd probably keep it away from there too.
Oh yeah, no worries. I don't plan on going back there.
Wait, you've been to the Siwong Desert? You guys are really doing a bit of a world tour.
Yeah, well, we've
Everywhere.
got to get Rung's gap year in before he has to go back down to the mines.
Why does that name sound so familiar?
Anyway, we have to
know.
go now.
Gap
Bye.
year?
Shurva,
As you
I just realized I don't have any money.
hang on, no, I'm not letting you off the hook. I've known this whole time you have no money, and I'm
No,
I'm
so
getting
have I,
to
so
you.
have I. No. It's me been walking around, and I'm like,
No,
Huh.
we're getting to you, Mako.
Yep.
What would you be doing while this
so
is going? on?
I this is even before I knew I had no money.
If you wanted to have quickly asked Shurva for some money before you just...
No. I would have got distracted.
Okay.
I would have brushed him off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew I knew I was never getting money. My thing is, I want to go look for that future soothsayer.
Oh man, there's so many fortune tellers. I mean, as you...
One based around the smoke, the inhalation, and spirits.
Oh, Nahihitha?
Yes.
They're dead. They were alive.
Or someone that might. No. But someone who might be carrying on that legacy, like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like.
100%. As you begin sort of walking around the town, moving away from the markets and back towards the center of the village, you can see that one particular street seems to be extremely popular with the fortune tellers and spirit seers and mediums. Almost every shop front has lanterns hanging above it, incense burning out the front, and pictures and paintings of glyphs and strange sigils announcing that you can find your future here. Know your past to know your present, to seek your future. There's all sorts of like crazy signs being put out. As you have a bit of a look around, do you want to roll me and assess the situation, and we'll see which one draws your eye.
This is really my least favorite roll. 7.
As you have a bit of a look around, there's two in particular that really seem quite interesting to you. One of them looks to be a tarot card reader, using cards to see the future. And the reason it catches your eye is the sign essentially says that to peer through the clouds and that obscure your fortune, to see the truth unhindered. The other one that draws your attention looks to be, I'd say the reason it draws your attention is because of what is happening out the front. You watch as an older man steps out crying, furiously shaking the hands of this, I'd say probably like 17, 18-year-old Fire Nation girl. Long dark hair pulled back into a very professional, very elegant-looking braid, dressed in much more traditional Fire Nation robes. I would almost say very conservative, traditional, probably from 100, 200 years in the past. Very tight, sheer robes that are layered with many, many layers of dark red material. Almost like a Japanese, I think they're called tojis from memory. I'm getting that. I could be wrong.
I know what you're trying to say though.
Yeah, is it a toji? I could be, or is that? Have I just made that word up?
I know.
It's like the pin that goes in your hair, like a tuji or toji.
Oh no, I'm thinking of like the robes themselves. I'm not
I know
enough
what the
of a
robes you're
weeb.
speaking of
Yeah,
but...
I'm not enough of a weeb to actually know the word, unfortunately.
Bree?
But yeah, very, very traditional. What was that? Sorry, Andrew?
Bree, do you know?
Wait, huh?
Don't worry.
The name for the very formal Japanese traditional robes that women wear that are quite tight but thick layers of material.
Not a kimono, no.
I don't think it's kimono. Kimono is slightly more free-flowing, I think. These ones like very tight and constrictive.
They're like a lot more structured.
Yes. Yeah. We've got a mental picture. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
If you do come up with the name, that'd be cool, because I always like to try and reference things accurately where I can. But as long as I've got a nice mental picture. But yeah, Andrew, Mako, lots of whites, lots of reds. And as she bows, the old man's like, "Oh yes, thank you, my dear. Oh, bye now. I'll see you next week." As he begins walking away, she just sort of waves politely, bows one more time as he walks, sort of like sighs a little bit, and then heads back inside.
Is it a yukata?
Or it could be a yukata. How do you spell it?
YUK88.
That makes sense.
It's more of like a summer kimono, that one.
Do you know what? A yukata is not too far off what I'm picturing. Yeah, let's say it's that. I feel like there's a name that it's on the tip of my
Short sleeve
tongue.
or long sleeve?
Long sleeve.
Homongi. What a blog right
That's
there.
right.
I bet.
Mako, they're probably the two that stand out to you. What you thinking, boy?
Tarot cards, which are awesome and like always a lot of fun.
And for those of you who have been watching The Curse of Strahd, you will know that whenever they use the Tarocca deck, I genuinely pull out the tarot deck and they do a tarot reading. They interpret it based on what they get.
No, I really want to do it.
Do it.
Or the mystery one that made a man cry.
With happiness.
You know what? Tarot cards. I do
Tarot
like
cards are cool.
tarot cards.
Okay.
Wait,
Alrighty.
before that, any of them have the weird, like, sort of you know how, like, they had weird sigils? Do any of them have, like,
Yeah.
that weird sigils that we saw from, like, the weapon from the general's boat, or either the tablet that we recently just saw?
Mako. In fact, 2 of them do. The 2 that you were looking at.
Okay, cool.
One of them has a symbol very similar to the one that you saw on the fragment of bark that General Zhao was showing off.
Yep.
The other one, the tarot one, again, it's a symbol that kind of looks a little bit like Torii gates. And it's right front and center above this sign for this shop, this sort of like Torii gate-like symbol. And you've seen a very similar looking symbol on the stone tablet.
Why? You could just said one and I would have gone to that one. Okay, tarot cards.
Because it has to be your choice. I don't want to...
Tarot cards, because tarot cards are way cooler.
Brilliant.
Come on,
As
Sophie.
as you push your way through the curtains that cover the entrance, the inside of this building is quite low roofed, but the cloud of incense hovering above you, the smell, almost makes the room shift and sway a little bit underfoot, like you're standing on a boat out at sea. The incense is heady, and you quickly find yourself blinking through it, taking a deep breath in. A voice calls to you from the back.
Well, hello there. Come in, don't be shy.
Hello?
Hello?
Just looking around. This shop, you seem cool.
Oh, thank you. Is that a word to describe something that is mysterious? Something that is impressive?
No, not really the right word, but it's definitely a word that can be used.
Oh, I normally find this place quite warm myself, but if you want to describe it as cool...
Oh,
I'm
you
sure
meant
we
that. You meant that kind of cool. No, okay. Also,
What's your
like,
name, young one? I can just see you. You might have to come a bit closer. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
sorry,
my assistant
yeah.
went a bit overboard with the incense today.
fog machine acting up. Yeah.
There was a discount at one of the merchant stores. They'd dropped one of the crates and the incense sticks went everywhere. Some Earth Nation traders, I heard.
Fair. My name's Mako. I like the gates that you have on your sign.
Oh, the gates. Oh, yes, the symbol. My grandfather, when he was a young man just starting this shop, researched a number of protection sigils and said that was the most powerful.
As you get a little bit closer to the back of the room, Marco, you can see a hunched figure. An older, hard to say whether man or woman, very androgynous features, lines of wrinkles and deep-set eyes smile out from this very aged face. No beard or facial hair. In fact, their head seems to be bald as well. Dressed in these long, flowing, very light, layered red fabrics. Slowly sipping at a little cup of tea.
Well, please, Mako, come, pull up a seat. I'm Eleonora.
Eleanor, it's lovely to meet you.
It's lovely to meet you too. Now, tell me, Mako, what can I do for you today?
I see you do tarot card readings.
Oh, yes, I can do a number of different readings. We can consult the knuckle bones. We could potentially look at what the sticks have to say. I could read your palm, or if you would prefer to see what the cards speak.
Cards? I'd like the cards, I think.
Wonderful. Let me just reach down here and...
Honestly, if it will
there
work.
we go. Now, I'm going to hand you this deck. If you could give it a bit of a shuffle, and I just want you to concentrate on the deck itself, and if there's any questions you need to ask, try and hold them in your mind. Allow all other thoughts to drift away. Breathe in calming incense. Wonderful. Now, if I could have that deck back, thank you. Tell me when to stop. 3 times. We will pull 3 cards for your past, present, and future.
Okay. Yep.
Just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
For your past. Interesting. The High Priestess. Seems you might have been on a pathway. Maybe one that you had chosen, maybe one that was chosen for you, but you've deviated from it. You've been forging your own destiny, making your own way. But it doesn't look like you know where to go. It seems like you might be a bit of a crossroads. Relying on your friends is good, but trusting your own judgment and your experience is what you need to do from here on out. Wonderful.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
She doesn't know Mako very well.
Now,
Yeah,
tell
it's fine.
Tell me when to stop once again.
Stop.
The magician. Interesting.
God.
Number of new beginnings and opportunities as the first of the major arcana. Interesting. Well, it seems like you might be offered a new opportunity, either recently, maybe a new gift or a new connection, something that has allowed you to grow and develop, and maybe even redefine yourself. Something like that happened recently?
Maybe? Not quite. Still working on it, I think.
Well, if it is a journey you're currently on to uncover and discover and to hone these new powers, the magician is a very good omen. It is a sign that you will indeed control this new ability or control these new powers, if that is indeed what it is. If it's a new opportunity, maybe a new job, or dare I say, a new love, perhaps this will be one that will last the ages, a chance for you to connect and to grow. Now, for the future, please tell me when to stop.
Stop.
The chariot. Interesting. Chariot is normally a sign about overcoming conflicts, but this one, you see, I have drawn it in reverse.
Why would you do that?
You were the one to shuffle the deck, my friend. You shuffled the deck. Unfortunately, when drawn in reverse, the chariot indicates a lack of direction, a scattered energy, and self-doubt. Maybe these are thoughts and feelings that are creeping in now, or maybe these will be coming later. Perhaps, perhaps it is time to find some friends and hold them close, or maybe not try to learn a new skill too hard, given that it does seem like it's potentially going to not go so well for you, young lad. I'm sorry that it's not better news.
Yeah, I mean, like the first half was really strong. Then you let me down.
Normally we see that when someone's peaked early.
I haven't even
The first half was your past and present. The future's just not looking so great.
They don't say that.
My past wasn't even that good.
Well, does that speak to your experience? Are you perhaps a little bit unsure of where to go next? Or maybe that is to come. I mean, this is for the future.
Yeah, kind of. Just very unsure what's happening.
Something to reflect upon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, that is all the cards have to say for now. That'll be 1 gold piece.
Yep. 1 sec. Yep, 1 sec.
Now we play the Does Mako Have Money game.
Why do I have
don't know why you're looking. You don't have money.
No. I'm looking at what I do have, and
While
He's
you're
like
looking
patting
through,
his pockets.
while you're looking through Mako, let's jump over to Arl and to Aquila. Arl and Aquila.
And that's why you don't feed sky bisons too much sesame oil.
There you go.
Yep.
How long were you holding on to that?
I only thought about it for like
Hours.
a couple minutes ago.
Wish I knew that before.
And that finishes the training on your learner's permit for sky bisons.
So you think I'm ready, Al?
I think you're ready. Just
Oh.
remember, no sesame oil to sky bisons.
Yeah, because it makes their stomach feel a bit bloaty.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they burp and it smells terrible.
All right, I'll remember that. I'll remember that in the test.
What would you two be doing? What would you two be doing?
Each other.
Jesus.
No, that's canon now.
He had that prepared. That was just.
The others can't know.
I mean, as a
we'll just stay
bloodbender,
back.
you are in a unique position to potentially,
Help him out.
yeah.
Yeah, I can ASMR some wind past your ear as well, so...
Is that an arousing thing though? Is ASMR like relaxing? Or is that to like bring him
Depends
down
what you're listening
afterwards?
He's into puppets. Like that could be arousing.
Yeah,
to him.
he's a mystery to all of us.
No,
Do you know what I
think...
hope? This is
Yeah.
important. I do hope that one day Archie's daughter listens back to these and goes, "The fuck is wrong with my dad?"
There's
Nah.
no explanation to what's wrong with
YouTube will be gone by then. It's fine.
There's no way YouTube's going.
She'll
anywhere,
like
mate.
Google you
Juggernaut.
randomly one day, see your little IMDb credit, and be like, "Oh, what's this podcast?"
It just
Listen
occurred
to
to me.
it
I
all.
was like, one day, those of us who have kids are potentially going to be able to find these. And what are they going to think
Yeah.
of us? just
Oh.
a thought.
It's like, Dad, what's this? Take a long drag, a cigarette.
It'll only improve whatever
Lostarchivescast.
relationship we have.
Yeah.
Dad, why were you so obsessed with talking about corruption? What's going on, Dad?
Well, you know when I got
I'm going to
my
have to
job
report you
in
to the Thought
Queensland
Police.
government-
Thought Police!
My little microchip in my brain just fries.
Yeah. But Al and Aquila, you'd have time to do each other and then do other things. So what would you be doing after the conclusion of your lovemaking?
Probably just like practicing. Maybe like practicing like 3-point flies. Maybe like reverse parallel flying.
Oh, I wondered if these were euphemisms. the puppet sutra.
You've read my book.
Unfortunately, I am now blind as a result, but hey, you win some, you lose some.
I think on top of that, after that, also some training in TLC on how to look after a bison. So we're giving Mango
Lots
a bit of
rub
a
down.
massage. Yeah,
lots of,
exactly.
yeah, lots of happy rubs.
Yeah, happy rubs.
Perfect.
Happy sesame oil.
Well, then you guys have a lovely time, and then a happy time, and then another lovely time. Let's
Yeah,
jump back to Mako.
And I hope Mango's having a lovely time as well.
Mango's having a happy time. It's okay.
Mango's having a great time. Let's jump back to Mako.
I should have been looking at my stuff.
For fuck's sake.
Sorry, I got distracted by everything that was happening. I already knew what I'm gonna do anyway. I don't have like the money on me now,
What?
but I do have this is an excellent quality statue of a sky bison. And like this really cool bone knife that I got from the Water Tribe.
What am I going to do with a bone knife?
Like use it to cut stuff.
But-
It hasn't been used, I promise that, because why would I use it?
Because you forgot you had it.
No, I knew I had it. I just get everyone else to use theirs.
And this statue of a sky bison, it looks like it was hand whittled.
It was by a
But not with this knife.
not with this knife. And
Which end is its head?
No. This is an excellent quality. It literally says excellent quality next to the
Which
thing.
end is the head, though?
This one?
Oh, I see now. Sorry, the cataracts, dear.
Yeah.
This obviously won't cover payment. That goes
no,
without saying.
but I do want this back. So like, I will have to come back and like get you the
How
money.
do I know you want this junk back?
Because it means a lot to me. And if I'm gonna go and live a terrible life, apparently according to your readings, I want
you
the
what,
best things that I want.
Take your pants off. You'll come back for those. You're not going to run through the town without
She's
pants.
not
You're not
wrong.
going to last very long. Take your pants off.
You could just take the really nice jacket.
Do you want the jacket?
Yeah,
Both.
take 'em
Take them
off.
both off. Then I know you'll be coming back then because you've got to be out running the guards.
How about my sword?
She has a look at your sword. It is a
Yeah,
very nicely
mine.
made
It is a
sword.
very nice sword.
Yeah. She pauses. Yeah, the sword will do.
Now I'll want it back when I pay for it.
We'll see how long you take.
I'll pay 2 gold. I'll double the price of the thing.
It's like 1 minute interest, right?
1 second. You're already up to 50 gold pieces. You better run, boy. I shouldn't say that. No, if you come back quick, smart, promise the sword will still be here.
Book it.
Okay, great. You explode out of the front of the soothsayer's shop, almost running over the old man who had gone back to the other place, going, "I just had one more question for my wife." You just almost
Not
smash into
now.
him. Knock him down, just smash him out of the way. As you run through the streets, you vault over the top of a cart filled with cabbages, and as you vault over the top, you hear the merchant behind go, "Oh, almost, my cabbages!" As you artfully vault over the top and continue sprinting down the street. You get to the ship where Shurva and Rung have just finished unloading and acquiring map and compass.
Shurva! Oh my god, that's the most I've ever run in my life. Holy shit. Can I have 2 gold? Yeah, what is your cat
Why?
doing?
Why do you need to? I don't know.
What is your cat doing?
He's communing with the devils in my room.
For those of you who don't watch the YouTube or Twitch, you should for this moment, because
What's that cat doing though?
Bree's cat is... What the dog doing?
You guys probably can't hear him, but he's like just constantly like meowing, but like with his mouth closed as well. Like he's talking to himself.
He's talking to the ghost in the corner of your room right now.
Yeah.
You need burn sage and clap the corners of your house after the stream.
Have you guys seen the Doctor Who episode with the silence? Those creatures that you forget about as soon as you look away from them? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've got a few of them in your house right now, Bree.
I think so.
I've just looked down at my arm. I've
I think
drawn
he's
6
just
lines.
noticed that there's like a spider web up in that corner. Like he's just noticed it, so I think he's just trying to get that.
Aw.
I hope. What do you need 2 gold for?
I did a thing and I didn't have money on me because I forgot I didn't have money on me. I didn't really forget. I did forget, and then like I did it, and then I was like, oh shit, I don't have money, so I need money.
Yeah, seems good.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Where's your sword?
Yes. That's why I need the
You
money.
gave away your sword.
Vera, can I have the money real quick? Gotta go.
What did you give your sword away for?
The impending doom.
Impending doom. I don't know, this is kind of funny. What happens if you don't take the gold back?
I probably have to burn down a building to get a sword.
Shurva, I've known that you've known with this like man out your sight for a reason, and we've seen it many times, but I can really understand why you don't let this man out your sight.
Yeah.
Like I was
Real
gonna
obvious,
stay,
isn't it?
stay with you guys, but then you started doing manual labor.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, here's your 2 gold.
Okay, be right back. Then I start booking back. Like, no, tomorrow. I'm exhausted by the time I get back.
Take down those cabbages.
Yeah, I knock like no, just the top one. Just the top one falls off this time.
My cabbage! As you vault over the cabbage merchant once again, as you burst into the soothsayer's shop front, you can see that she hasn't moved from her position. The sword is still resting where it was, and as you like burst in, and then like place the 2 gold down on the table, she smiles, takes the 2 gold, goes, "You didn't have to run."
My sword.
Yeah, of course. I wasn't going to sell your sword.
Everything's all good. We're back to normal.
Except your future.
Now I just have to worry about everything else. Thank you for your time. Not
No
really.
problem.
That was a
Did
really
you-
like Why'd I do that?
Did you want to catch your breath back for a moment? You could breathe deep of the spiritual essence before you leave.
You mean the sage that there's too much of it? It's
No,
making me-
not the sage. Over at the back, there's a vent. Sometimes people who breathe in deep can see messages from the spirits.
Yes. You said spirits? I love spirits. Let's go.
Just gestures over towards the side of the building. You can see
Thanks,
that
Bree.
there is indeed what looks like almost a drain that's been cut out of the house deep down into the rock below, covered with a thin grate. Occasionally, little puffs of orange-yellow smoke rise from the grate, stinking of rotten eggs and something else you can't quite put your finger
So
on.
it's just sulfur and it's whatever else there is.
It's,
Would you
just,
like
it's
to-
just volcanic gas.
Yeah,
Would you-
yeah.
Would you like
It's
to take a
volcanic
deep
gas,
breath?
but it runs.
Yeah, I'll take
through the
I'll take a deep breath. Why not?
I'm going to need you to roll a push your luck, please.
Can I give him my advantage?
No.
Hey, don't worry about it. I got this.
Okay.
Two. Come on. Let him fail.
9.
Damn it. That's a partial success. As you breathe in deep, Mako, the fumes sting your eyes, your nose, and burn your throat. And as you cough and splutter and pull back, the room, which was already a little bit swimming for you, takes a nosedive. And for a few seconds, you feel like it rotates 90 degrees and you're suddenly standing on the ceiling. Just as you take a moment to get your balance, you find yourself sort of falling to the side a little bit. Unable to sort of keep your balance, you collapse to the floor. Above you, echoing, you hear a voice. Just laughing.
Cool. Yeah, makes sense. I
Yeah.
look up. Is there like it's the woman?
You see a figure leaning over you, lit from behind by this beautiful, brilliant golden sun, and you watch as their features shift and change until you see Avatar Roku leaning down, looking at you. Some people find that it is a little bit much on their first attempt. And then the face shifts and changes, taking on Ruler's appearance. Yes, look how far you've come, Mako.
This is
And then you
bad
watch as
trip.
the face
This is
shifts and changes once again, this time to your own. Can't just lie here. You've got to get up. Get up, Mako. And then the face shifts and changes once again, this time to a swirling mass of darkness. Yes. Tell me, Mako, how is my little puppet doing? And then your vision fades to black. You find yourself coming to, you're not sure how much later it is, with your face being gently slapped. You okay there, boy?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Most people just sort of waft it towards them, but you really leant over and took in a deep breath.
Oh, we're not meant to do... Oh, God.
I did try to call out.
You're going, like, fully or, like, you don't do going at all. It's like a... It's effort. Gotta embrace it, right?
Sure. Are you feeling better?
Yeah.
What did you see? It looked like you were having a wonderful vision.
It started off really well, then it went down. Then it, like, plateaued. I don't know if that's, like, a normal... Then it got worse.
What did you see?
So, like, I saw Roku again. He's kind of cool. Then I saw, like, this guy called Ruler. Then I saw myself. Then I saw this Cthulhu-esque thing.
What's a Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Nothing.
it's-
What's the Cthulhu review?
Well, that doesn't make any sense at all.
That's why it's funny.
And people say our generation's humor is weird and esoteric.
I don't think so.
Nah.
It's just the boomers. What do they know?
Andrew, not your generation, you child.
Oh. I don't want to be a part of my generation.
Well, what are you?
I mean, I don't want to rush you out after you've just had a little fainting spell, but
No,
I do
no,
have
it's
another
good.
client coming soon.
How long has it been? Wait, you said I fainted?
You fainted, and then I started slapping you and you woke up within about 10-20 seconds tops.
Oh, okay, cool. I should probably go. My friends are probably waiting for me. Thank you for your
You
help.
watch as her face begins melting off back into the darkness. What friends? You don't have
Oh,
any
God.
friends. No, I'm kidding. None of that. Well, good luck. Perfect. Get up. Head on out.
Yep.
You meet back up with Shurva and Rung, and then what would the three of you like to do next? Did you want to head back to Al and Aquila?
As he
Did
starts
we want
walking
to?
Just want to start saying like, what smells like fart?
Yeah.
Mako, did you want a spyglass while we're here?
No, that was mainly for you, just in case you actually wanted to look at stuff from the bison. I was thinking for you, because like you were gonna be reading the map.
Spyglass would be pretty useful though.
Like, I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Okay, Run, hear me out. We put some like coal around it, and then we get people to put it up to their eye.
Yes.
Also, I did see this building that had like a sigil on it from like the tablet that we saw in general.
What?
Yeah, you know the tablet that's like.
Yeah.
I saw like
Yeah.
a sigil of that, like in a shop over there,
What
opposite
was
the shop that
selling?
opposite the tarot card shop.
So
I
you
went to the
didn't investigate
No,
at
I
all.
went to the tarot
You went
card.
and got your tarot cards read.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
what did they tell you? That you're a
I'm-
fucking idiot.
No, basically that I'm gonna die. That the world's over.
Did you
I don't
shit yourself
think they
when you
said
learned
were
these
gonna
facts?
die.
No, they're like basically I got new powers, embrace them. Then it was like, yeah, don't do that. That's gonna lead to terrible things.
I agree. No, I don't
What
agree.
cards did you pull?
Some chariot like reversed. I
High
don't know why.
Priestess, the Magician, the Chariot.
I don't know why they got the chariot reversed. I don't know why they drew it backwards.
Well, they don't draw it backwards. It depends on how you hand the cards back to them. And it just means a reverse of what it normally means. Don't you listen in any
That's what
classes?
she said.
Chariot just means like scattered energy and shit. Probably just means your dad's gonna die when we fix all this. Oh no, what a shame.
He's your employer, Shurva. Like you've grown up with this man. He's like a father to you too.
I know, I just know that that's what he's like most worried about right now.
Going down to the worst high, and you're really just harshing the vibe,
He
man.
always-
Watch as
Already
Shurva's
ruined
face
himself.
begins to melt into the black tentacles. Your father's going to die, Mako.
No, it'd be worse if
It's
it
like
turned
a-
into my father. Is like, what have you done to me?
I'm
Hmm.
going to die. Mako, why didn't you save me? And then his
He just
face
gets this like
melts.
massive
Yeah.
scar across his face. My honor.
My honor.
Okay, well, we should investigate that shop then.
Cool. I don't want to go anywhere near fortune telling anymore. So like, have fun.
Okay, you're coming with us though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not leaving you anywhere in this town right now, brother.
We're not leaving you alone again. You're gonna lose something else valuable.
I smell like
Alright.
sesame. You smell like fart. I don't think we're gonna be allowed back on mango.
Yeah. How long do you think this is gonna like be on me for? Like, this is like.
Two
Okay,
smells
you can
max.
stay-
a
It's
week.
like
take
it's
a
like the
dip.
bog of eternal stench. This is what you smell like now.
No.
You can take a dip in the
Someone's
salt water. You
bag
can
of that.
stand in it.
Oh yeah, true.
Good, actually.
But I
Al
heard
and
someone
Aquila.
drowning before.
Yeah. Al and Aquila. After you have a bit of time to rest and relax, you're feeling like really revitalized. That 2 hours has come. It's now been 2 hours roughly since you left the others.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys like to do?
Okay, I guess we just head off without them, right? We just start heading to the Sun City.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a map this whole time, so I know where we're going.
Oh, you haven't had a map? I've had a compass.
They never asked me.
And Mango has a spyglass.
Of
Worst
course I
teammates
have.
ever.
I'm not an idiot. Mango says.
Has anyone come and investigated on Mango? Because we're hiding within like the trees, kind of like.
No one's approached you. Doesn't seem like anyone's come to visit yet.
I don't want to leave Mango. That's all.
I could take Mango.
Well, okay. I mean, if we lose Mango, then like the world's done for because we can't get there in time. But Mango, you gonna be alright staying here by yourself for a while?
Yes, I'll be okay.
Okay, yeah, I heard that. Okay. You wanna go into the city?
Yeah, we go to the city.
Yeah, I mean,
Can I roll something? I have a question.
find them in the city.
What would you like to? What
Because-
what are you hoping to achieve?
Well, because this place is very spirit orientated.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, but I used to be a seer.
I'm
So
gonna
you're
stop you
fine.
right there. I'm gonna stop you right there, Archie. This place isn't. It's associated with spirits, but there's no actual spiritual energy here. It's just people breathing in fucking volcanic gas and getting
Okay.
high.
Never mind.
I'm sorry to report.
No, that's good. That answers my question.
I mean, if we go into the city, we might not actually find them, and then we might miss them coming out. I wonder what's taking them so long.
Maybe Mako went somewhere to buy something, but forgot he didn't have money.
Yeah, and then like had to leave something really important while he had to go get money
Probably
from
like-
Shurva.
Probably like his pants or something.
Yeah, I guess.
Should we
What do you
go
wanna
in
do?
or should we just wait?
Well, I mean, if we go in and miss them, and then they come back out here, and we're not here. Okay, I'll leave a note.
Okay.
BRB in an hour, and
Okay. But what happens if they get there in like 2 hours and we're still not there?
well, that's a nice thing about leaving a note saying "be back in an hour." No one knows when you left, so you can be a bit longer than that. It's like what they do
At
at
shopping
the food
centers.
market. Yeah. So okay, cool. I'll write a note, leaves it on the settle, gives Mango a rub and a pat, saying, "We'll be back in a bit. Don't worry, girl. We just don't go off with any strangers."
This is where Mango gets kidnapped.
We're gonna lose
Okay.
Mango, aren't we?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're losing
yeah.
Mango.
Well, that's why we stayed here, but they're taking so long. Yeah. Okay.
Man,
I
if
guess.
only airbenders were known for their patience.
Or if like Mango could fly.
But like
Well,
we do
we-
also only have like 4 days left.
And we're worried that you guys got into trouble that you can't get out of, rather than like I'm not being impatient. Okay, well I guess let's just head to the gate and see if there's like a ruckus going on.
I'm sure there's only like one entry.
Yeah.
As you fly Mango 15 minutes away, land, and then begin the 15-minute walk. I'm assuming you're not doing the 45-minute walk to town.
No.
You can see from the air clearly there's like at least 6 entrances to this town. On account of there not being like a solid town wall or gate.
Our plan has been foiled.
And one of those entrances is the entire bay, so even then I'm probably being a bit conservative saying 6 entrances. It's a pretty big town, but as you make your way into the town square, the timing is almost perfect. Right as you are entering the town square from the east, you see the rest of your companions making their way north. Just
What's taking you guys so long? He does with a nasally voice to annoy them.
Did you guys hear something? I just heard like an annoying voice.
Well, I
I'll
grabbed
push
the
Mako.
eyepiece from Shurva and started searching.
We didn't buy a spyglass yet.
Oh,
He's just got coal marks around his eye from a
That's just
put
my
it there
hand.
as you are all reunited, standing at the edge of this district that leads up to the soothsayers and other fortune tellers, the shop before you that Mako pointed out earlier, this spiraling sigil that, yeah, those of you who saw General Zhao's slab of petrified bark looks very similar. Or are you showing them the one with the Torii gate, Mako?
No, the bark. The bark.
Yeah, the bark, yeah. This spiraling pattern that looks very similar to that which was on General Zhao's piece of bark. As you're sort of looking, standing out the front, a bit of a moment to look at it, you watch as the door opens once again, and the girl that you saw earlier, Mako, steps out. As she sees you all, she smiles. "Ah, great, you're here. Come on then." and gestures inside.
That's just them saying hello, so like they play the role I think a bit better.
What?
Al walks in.
What
I have
role?
no of being able to see like the future.
I walk in last.
Or they
Fair
can see
enough.
the future. Can they see the future?
I don't know. Let's go in and find out.
Oh
That-
god, they can see the
that-
future.
Is where we're going to wrap up for tonight, because this next section is going to need a little bit more time. Out of game, Andrew. I love that explanation for if there's fortune tellers out there in our world who don't start with you're here. Great. I knew you were coming. Like seriously, you're missing an opportunity.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for Avatar Legends. Oh, that was interesting and a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see this next little bit. It's going to be a lot of fun fucking with Andrew's mind. Make sure if you're watching us on Twitch, you don't go anywhere because we're going to go raid one of our other fun friends. Got a choice tonight. We could do Crit and a Miss, or we could do Fate's Grip. I reckon let's do Crit and a Miss because we did Fate's Grip not too long ago, so we'll give Crit and a Miss some love. If you're watching on YouTube or on the listening on the podcast, thank you so much. If you can hit that like or comment or subscribe or rate button, if you could hit any one or all of them, that would be amazing.
At the same time.
It's challenge mode. Really does help us out. We are 90% of the way there to the YouTube partner program. We're over 900 subs now on YouTube, so if we can just hit that 1,000 mark, YouTube partner program, which hopefully means I will be able to spend a bit more time creating more amazingly interesting, engaging content by employing all of these people to do it for me. So until next time,
Wait, what?
everybody, stay
Will we
safe.
get
What?
paid?
No. Stay safe, stay well, and we will see you all again next time. Until then, everybody, goodbye.
Bye.